Ladies with gentle hands, welcome to today's live stream. It's a completely different one. We're normally doing gaming stuff. We're actually watching a short movie from a very, very dear friend of mine. Going to be watching the movie live on the channel. I'd urge you to go and check out the boys, the Ruvalo brothers. All of their links in the description of this video if you're watching as a video on demand, or if you're in the live stream, drop them a subscription, go follow them on Instagram, Twitter, all of that good stuff. But yeah, let's get into the movie watching, shall we? I'm super excited. We're gonna be watching the movie first, and then we're actually gonna be joined with Francesco afterwards for a very, very exclusive interview. So I'm absolutely buzzing for that. Him taking the time out of his busy day to come and chat to me firstly, which I'm excited to, but also talk about his movie because I love understanding the creative process that artists go through. So without further ado, then let's get into watching this short film, which is called Guffy. I think I've said that right. All right. So this is their channel, everyone. If you want to go check them out and subscribe to it, please, please, please do. And then the movie that we are watching today is over here, and the link, of course, is in the description as well. So make sure you are, you know, watching the movie itself and supporting and being like some of the amazing people that have already dropped a comment on it already. Go and show your support. Run it up, run it up. But do let me know how the sound is going to be for this. It could be quiet, it could be loud. I'm not too sure. So we're going to have to do a couple of sound checks, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, right? I was gonna say, if you are watching in the live chat, make sure to let me know how the audio is sounding. If there's any issues with it, I'm probably not gonna like. I will speak, but I will pause it. But let me know if it's like too loud or anything. It is like turned up to the maximum, so yeah. If it's too loud, shout. I'm sorry. I hate it when YouTube does that weird thing. There we go. I want to be full screen, baby. Right. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. Just like initial thoughts, 40 seconds in, I love listening to music in films, and that's like such a big thing of you can have a fantastic film, but if the music or it doesn't have like good music or there's no music at all, like it kind of like drops it a bit. So like automatically, like I don't know where Francesco has found this song, whether he's made it himself or what avenue. I'm sure I'll ask him the question, but yeah, initially it's going off. In case anyone can't read that, it says, "Hi, food is in the fridge. Hope you find that someone's special tonight. Mum, kiss, kiss, kiss." Damn, that's some really nice handwriting. I'm curious who who wrote that. It sounds all good. Hey Penny, how's it going? Thank you. We're about to experience peak cinema chat.
Hello, love.
All right, chat. Because there is some context here as well, right? I was lucky enough to sort of be on this part of the set, and here is Francesco's beautiful mum, and then over here is his lovely, lovely dad as well. So it's just so wholesome as well that Francesco not only gets his friends involved, but like also his family as well, which is so sick.
I have.
Could you sign in?
Sure.
Let's begin.
Hello.
Well, hello there.
Hi. Hey.
So, you got any hobbies?
Spare me the small talk. Do you like what you see?
Well, I mean, yes. Definitely yes.
So what do you think about meat eaters?
They're bad. They're very bad.
Honestly, chat, we need to bring in some fucking speed dating. That's all I can say. Like, could you imagine, like, do people actually, besides this movie, do people do speed dating? Because it seems so chaotic, like, having to understand somebody within probably, like, 2 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Hey, are you alright?
I just feel so empty.
I can feel you. No, sorry.
Grief is literally the worst thing in the world.
It's not good, is it?
I think you're rather sexy.
Sorry, you're not
I completely agree. He is a fucking sexy man.
joking.
Oh no.
Chat, look. Who do you think this is here in the background? A little cameo.
You're like a big, hairy mountain that I just want to climb up and sit on all day.
Well, I mean, that can definitely be arranged.
They get depressed.
Depression, yeah.
They feel misunderstood because they don't even know how they're feeling.
They don't.
And then they try and kill themselves. You know, like it's
Just not
just.
the answer.
And then they go, oh, well, now I feel better.
They don't. Yeah.
You know?
I miss him. I just miss him. I know I shouldn't be here. It's too soon.
Should I go or?
No. It's okay. Honestly,
No.
I'm okay.
And what will you do to me?
Fuck you?
When he delivered that line in person, I was trying not to laugh, right? But hearing it here as well is just 10 out of 10 line delivery.
Oh, you cheeky.
Also, right, probably like obviously the main focus is our protagonist here, right? If that's the correct terminology. I'm pretending to be an actual film critic here, but ignoring that for a second, look how beautiful like the scenery is in the background. Like I'm a big fan of this kind of love. I didn't even blimmin' notice that when I was in the room, but just sort of there's so many things that go into obviously making something, and obviously the actors are definitely the main focus of it. But like even the background, like it looks so amazing. Like it's perfection.
Cheeky bugger. How about right here, right now?
Isn't that illegal?
Do you want to see a picture of him?
Oh, yeah.
That's him.
That's dog. He's a dog.
That's little Henry.
Ladies first.
Men just before.
Do you want to come back to mine?
Yeah, yes.
Anyway, all that grief has got me so horny. Should we go and have sex?
Yeah. Woof woof.
Oh my goodness. I think this is the reaction that they wanted, right? Just you to be like, what on earth? And just start creasing.
What the heck was that?
I just...
Disgusting! Absolutely disgusting!
I've got to say, these are some amazing, amazing breakout acting performances as well from everybody, from all of the girls as well. So good. All right. What in the inception is this? So this is one of the Ruvolo brothers, for context. This is Francesco, so we'll be seeing him very soon after we finish watching this. But I like how he's kind of added like an Easter egg into their own work of their other work, because they've got another movie out as well, which is so cool. What? So also, right, from like I don't know anything about this besides the scene that I was there for the day. So there's obviously this here and sort of like the main, like probably like we're gonna be getting to more of the main point of it, right? So I've only heard about this sort of thing, and I don't like I've kind of heard those rumors about, like, well, not rumors, but you know, like the whispers of like what this scene is and stuff. So I'm excited.
Pardon?
I said it's a lovely day, isn't it?
Yeah. Pretty nice day.
I'll often come here when I have some sort of problem in my life.
Oh, right, yeah. No, that's good, I suppose.
Do you have any sorts of problems? Struggling with something in life?
Yeah, I do actually. I have a lot of relationship problems.
Oh yes, romance. One of the best, most challenging things this world has to offer. But you're young, you'll find someone. Just takes a bit of time and change.
See, that's the problem. There's something I do that I can't change.
Trust me, son, I had the same issue when I was your age. Not to worry, they'll sort that silly laugh of yours.
Sorry, who'll sort? How do you know about the laugh?
How do we know about that? How do we know about that, old man? How do we know about that, huh?
Right.
It's also super tiny here, right? But obviously in editing and probably like the post-production of it, how, especially when the guy's trying to speak to him and he's like, you can hear it like muffled. It's such a small thing that you don't think about, like a tiny detail, but it's just like edited and blended so well with the sound. Oh my god. What? Have we just turned into a horror? What? Oh my goodness, this is, with all due respect, this is creepy as shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Kat, I watched a little bit of it earlier. I watched like the first 5 minutes, but I was in the gym, so I wanted to save the rest, sort of like the bulk of it, to reacting to it on stream, which I'm doing now. So yeah, I've seen like the first, like when they got up into the bar.
Do you know them? Should we leave?
Leave? How could you possibly leave?
Oh, right, nice, yeah.
I've generally got chills. Like, do you know when someone walks across your grave? Like, literal chills. I think it might be the music that's like making my hairs stick up. Or what?
I can't feel my bloody legs.
I hope you find someone special, my friend.
Where are you going? Don't leave me here. Hey, you all right, ladies? Hi. Yep. Just stay right there, please. That's far enough. Yep. If anything, that's too far. Please. All right, please. Don't get any closer.
Oh my goodness, what? The switch up is insane. It's probably not even a dream, right? Is it going to be a dream within a dream?
And then basically, I woke up and my underwear was on my head. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it? Yeah.
We got Mr. Steal Your Girl right in the flesh. Damn, son. These two gentlemen here are the Ruvalo brothers. So on the left-hand side, we've got Francesco, and then on the right-hand side, we've got Mel. Both amazing, amazing people that have put this film together.
What's going on, mate?
Here we go. These are probably the only credits that you're gonna want to stick around for a film. All right, these are the only credits you're gonna want to see and appreciate of all the people that worked on it. Stand ovation, chat. Stand ovation. That was Guffy. A fantastic, fantastic Ruvalo Brothers picture. fantastic little film there, mate. I had no idea what to expect of that one. Absolutely no idea, like what, you know. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, and it took me through a whole range of emotions there. And if you've watched along, or I'd urge you to go over to their channel, right, Ruvalo Brothers. Make sure you're subscribed to them and drop a like on the actual video itself, right. Push it up to like 100 likes, that kind of stuff, and also give them a little follow on Instagram. But I would urge you to watch this and try not to smile, because you can't help but smile. And I love the contrast of emotions that I had, sort of the almost like horror elements as well, which I didn't know what to expect. Oh, and they're on Letterboxd as well. All right, chat. Make sure if you've got a Letterboxd account as well, you're given, is it 5 stars on Letterboxd? Make sure you're doing that. But I'm gonna check if Francesco's ready. We're gonna dial in the boy. So let's see if he's ready to go. Of course, if you do have any questions at all that you want to ask live, then we can also do that as well. All right, let me start this call then. Hello. I can hear you, mate. Hello, 2 seconds. I'm just gotta set this up so everyone else can see. How you doing, mate? Right. All right. If I go over to this then, and then put it full screen. There we go. So we can see you on it. I'm going to be at the bottom of it there.
Beans.
Hopefully, chat. Can you hear Francesco? If not, then I'll need.
You
to
hear me? Testing the mics. 1, 2, 3.
You can. Sensational. Lovely stuff. Lovely. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. Thank you. That's why you're making me emotional, mate, on a Saturday afternoon. What are you doing?
That's what we're here to feel, mate. Here to feel emotions. I've got a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of questions.
Like that. I was watching I've seen the film too many times, so I was just watching your face the whole time. Apart from the little scenes where, like, I have my problems with, I just can't help but look at that and be like, oh, fuck's sake. But thank you, mate. When I saw your message, I'm no longer surprised by your continuing amount of support you always give for like anything creative. It's just like, oh, Leon's doing his thing, he's being supportive. So thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you answering or taking the time out as well. And of course, I love supporting. You got to support the boys at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Be done. It's got to be done.
Only got one life. But what inspired you then? Like, for the story, for the concept, talk to me, because I'm intrigued. Because obviously I was there on one of the days, but I didn't know anything about it. It was like this top secret. It's like I was part of a Marvel film, let's say, and I'm going through the emotions. There's a bit of horror in there. There's a whole talk to me. What?
Okay, I think, mate, to be honest, just liking films probably inspired me to make something like this. But one of the main things is Paris himself, the guy that plays main protagonist, like you said. This was just an opportunity for me to basically make a film about him.
Yeah.
Not a true story or anything, but well, he's got a goofy laugh, so it's inspired by that. Like, he does have a little but it's never been like a problem where he's like had horrible nightmares and can't find a girlfriend because of it. But he's a natural comedian. Like, he's got that classic British, like, sarcastic satire kind of humor. And I was like, mate, I need to make a film about you.
Mate, that's so cool.
And like, I remember when I asked him, I was like, if he says no, that's absolutely fine. But I'd already, before I ever speak to anyone about an idea I have, I always like basically make up the whole idea. That was me like pitching it to him. If he was going to say no, like, that's absolutely fine. But he was just like, yeah, let's do it. This guy's never acted before. Like, you could see, like, what? Man, he's such a natural.
I was gonna say, like, you could tell it was. I don't know. It just worked. It just worked very very well. I could say sort of with him, and he
Yeah.
did seem very natural on the old screen.
Yeah.
What sort of did you have like a style in mind when developing the movie? Then sort of was there a particular visual style that you wanted, or a particular tone of the movie, or is it just your own unique blend?
I wanted it. I wanted it to be funny. Like, I wanted it to be kind of like a comedy skit. Like, I love Key and Peele. Like, I've watched their stuff for years, so I wanted to do something like that. I think I've just got a natural love for like writing horrors because I like ridiculously stupid things, and I think with the horror genre, you can get away with doing anything because like it doesn't have to make sense. Kind of like it's the same with like animation. There's no limit. You just do whatever you want. Whereas like if I was to keep it real, I don't know how I would have gone about that. But the horror element came like really halfway through writing it.
Okay, so there wasn't
Yeah.
a set kind of end point. Sort of did it like adapt over time when you was making it?
Definitely. So when I was writing the script, I was just hitting sort of brick walls, and I was like, I don't know what's going to come next. Probably when that kind of like horror bit came in, it just allows you to like go down whatever path.
Yeah. Sorry, 2 seconds. I'm just gonna try and add another scene to. Sorry, so we're trying to set this up. When there's
Technical difficulties.
only one of me. I normally, whenever I'm hosting, not hosting, doing things like this, it looks completely different. So it's weird being behind the screen.
Oh really?
Yeah,
You want
I
to make
just
sure it looks.
added me up in the top,
Okay.
just for content's. Oh, maybe I could turn on. Oh, there we go.
We go.
There we go.
Good. Okay.
Should have been more prepared. Should have been more prepared. My bad. There we go.
You with the adverts, mate. Come on.
Sorry, it's good the adverts are happening, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, what would you class the movie as then? If you're talking about a horror film, is it a horror comedy? What are you leaning into?
Honestly, like at this level of making films, I want everyone else to decide and tell me what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a comedy. Like a comedy. It's a comedy horror. Go with that.
Comedy horror. Yeah, I was
Go
gonna
with that.
say because it's not very often that I watch something, and I said it when I was watching it live, that when you're seeing the girls and like the music and that the first kind of horror aspect is introduced, I was like, I've actually got chills. Like, do you
That's
know what I mean?
good.
Like,
Yeah, that
it's
was
not-
my favorite reaction from you.
yeah,
like
like I felt it. I was like, ooh, like I
Yeah.
feel a bit like oof. Like I don't like. I mean, I
You
like
went-
it, but
you
I
went-
don't.
I could see you were quite still as well. You know when you're in like a cinema room and something scary comes on, you're like consciously you're aware of how still your body is because you're quite like gripped and you're scared. For a bit of that, and I was like, oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's I mean, I love feeling. I love the feeling of movies and things
Yeah.
like that.
What's about, isn't it?
It is.
You feel things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the live chat off. There we go. What
Go
in
away,
ter-
chat.
Yeah, sorry, chat. I feel like we want to see Francesco, and it was kind of
Yeah, just look at me.
just look at him. Right, I'm sure
It's all about me.
we will be keeping an eye on the live chat as well. If you do have any questions at all, I'm sure you'd like to answer them, wouldn't you, mate? But in terms of sort of other people's work then and directors, are there any sort of big hitters that you look up to and think, right, I wanted to take a little piece of your work? I know you mentioned some other influences in the question prior.
Oh my god. It's weird. The first person that came to mind was The Weeknd. He's not even a director.
He's just got a new
Because I
film,
watched.
hasn't he?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
How was it?
Look, it's a film that was made for his fans. If you don't like The Weeknd, or you're not even like a big fan, you're gonna watch that film and you're gonna be like, "Sorry, what? What's the point?"
Mm.
But visually, it was amazing. The music's obviously amazing. It's the whole like his own music is the score for the film, and the plot is like whatever. But it's not about that. It's about like what he went through and stuff like that. But yeah, The Weeknd, he just came to mind because I just watched that. Honestly, I love so much, like so many films. You got your Christopher Nolan's, Guy Ritchie. Like, I don't know, mate. You know who I want to work with?
Who?
You.
Me.
Yeah, I want to work with people that I don't want to put it like at a level thing, but I'm starting to like. Yeah, it'll be cool to work with these big directors. But I want to make things for now. You know what I mean? And like where I'm at now, I feel like me and you could make a pretty cool film.
Yeah, mate. I'd bite your arm off for that opportunity. I'd love to work with you as well. I think it'd be really interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like we're both quite different people, but like very creative at the same time with different ideas. And I feel like I could make an interesting blend of something.
You want to make that noir, mate. You want to make that noir.
Noir, yeah. Well, maybe I'm cooking up something. It's not a noir though.
Okay.
But
Dying.
so interestingly, then, how do you decide on like whether a story is worth telling? Because a brilliant man with your mind, your notepad in your phone is probably filled with ideas and
Yes,
potential
it is.
things that have never made it out of that gulag. Like,
I don't know if it's healthy.
but how did you be like, right, like this is the one, like this is making it out, sort of thing.
To be fair, when I get a nice idea, like you say, I'll jot it down. And then I'll basically choose whichever one I can realistically like write a script for. And I think especially with like the other one that I did, the Don't Do It, this one, they're both like based off quite like a simple thing. Because like it's easy to write about simple things, simple like relatable things like insecurities and like habits. So I don't think there was like a part where I was like, oh, I need to think too hard on this. Like I can just play with it because it's so simple and so silly that I just have fun with it, really.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the good things as well is like the majority of people that consume content are normal people. Like we're not these massive celebrities and things like that, and it's nice. It's nice to see something where you can relate. Do you know what I mean? Like, of course, I don't have a laugh like that, but you can kind of relate to other sort of parts of your life and like relationships and things like that. And I guess like the moral, I guess we can get to it in a bit, but you know, the outcome of it is there's probably somebody out there for everybody. You may have just not found them yet, sort of thing. So it's so hopeful. Was there like a particular scene in this that was sort of, I mean, it could be the entire project, but was there something that was like really meaningful or like personal to you in particular, like one special moment?
A special moment would be when my parents were in the background. Well, I know my mum was featured actually. She had a featured role.
I know. Stellar performance.
Yeah, and my dad as well, cleaning the dishes. He's done a bit of that in his time. So that's definitely special, just nice. But meaningful, I think it's just more of that, to be honest. Being like Penny's in it, my girlfriend, some of my best friends are in it. Like just bringing everyone together and just creating something. I think the whole idea is to like basically making an idea in your head come to life, and it's just do that with like people that like yourself that like are really supportive and people you just care about in general is probably the best thing about it.
Yeah, it's really nice to see, like, obviously it's such an amazing idea and you get everyone involved, you know, that are around you, and I think that's so important to have such a good friends and support system, and it's almost like
Yeah.
you're just coming up together, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
just working up, which is amazing stuff. For all of the young or old, anybody, like aspiring directors, moviegoers, people in that scene, I'm quite interested, and I'm sure they are, if they're maybe not sure on where to start. But like, what's the process for you? I'm assuming you start with the idea, then you move to a script, and then it's casting, filming, editing. Like, what was that entire process? How long did it take, sort of thing, from point A to point B?
Yeah. I think you have to be willing to like really apply yourself and sacrifice a lot of time.
Yeah.
That like if you love it, then it's not going to be hard to do because you're going to be enjoying it. Yeah, but it will start to feel like work, and then like when it starts to feel like a bit tedious and like
Yeah.
you're on a shift, you can get quite easily demotivated. If you love it, you will love it, and you'll know. But the whole thing took, including like let's say from right at the start until today when we released it, probably to be like a year and 3 months.
Really?
That was my like journey with it, our journey with it. Could definitely do it sooner, or you could wait. There are a lot of things that I, watching it today, would change about it, which is frustrating. But it's just you're your biggest critic when it comes to like making stuff.
I was
So
about to say, you're gonna notice
you
things,
need to
aren't
act.
you?
Yeah, you need to just accept like that's it. Now you've done that. Now let's make something else. But yeah, it was about a year and a few months. Came up with the idea, and I was like, right, if I actually want this to come to life, you're gonna have to write a script. I wrote a script. It was one of my favorite parts of it, to be honest, because it's just like you're making a baby. It's all just there's nothing, and then you're making something. Like getting different references to help me build it and piecing things together, like visually from films or TV shows that I like, putting a bit of that in there, or like some dialogue. Like my favorite, in terms of dialogue, my favorite bit is the dating scene. Like that was just so fun to write, and I'd be like writing, laughing, like
Yeah.
what's that line? All that grief has got me so horny is just ridiculously stupid, but like probably true in some sense. I don't know. I just thought that was just great. Penny's character, like, it's like that very like political character. Like everything I say is right, and that was fun. And like the girls were just very three different characters, and it was fun. Like just putting them all in that same little scene.
That's probably what you'd hope from speed dating, though, right? Like three completely different genres
Yeah.
of people. Do you know what I mean? See which
Yeah,
one you
it's,
vibe with the
it's
best.
probably quite hard to keep up with. Like you like adapt to people's, you mirror their personality because you can level with them. So that's probably quite exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he seemed to do quite well. They were all interested in him until the
Well, very interesting.
very interested. So, but talk to me then about like the challenges then, sort of if there were any, because you mentioned there were a couple of things that you may have wanted to change. Like what exactly? Can you pinpoint anything?
Definitely adding more music. I feel like there were some scenes that just felt a bit like naked. They needed a bit of music in it. I think, like you were saying, music's so powerful in a film. Like I could watch a film, just music.
Yeah.
And sometimes dialogue can like ruin it. That's what I loved about Weekend's film. There's just loads of music and really nice visuals. That's
Yeah.
what I guess it's subjective, but that's what we like.
I was gonna say it's very as I've got older, I can appreciate that more in films and even TV. Just sort of that pure, just artistic side of it, sort of thing. And
Yeah.
as you said, sometimes like less is more. Like I watched,
Yeah.
I think it was the Devil May Cry anime on Netflix, and there's an entire like 20-minute episode where it's more or less just storytelling through music, like maybe
Yeah.
the odd bits of dialogue, and I was like, oh, like 20 minute, like really, and I came away from it, I was like, fair play, you got me.
Yeah,
Like, it was
yeah.
good. But yeah, I mean the music that I heard and noticed, I thought it was very well done. Did you compose it yourself, or was it sourcing the tracks for the movie?
So the opening piece of music was done by a composer called Nathaniel Kerr. He is just like when I found him through Chantel, who's in it.
Yeah.
He recommended him because they knew each other on like the DJ space, and just went through some of his tracks, and I really liked this one. I felt like it really fit with film. I'd play it, and I'd play it over the edit, and it just fit really well. So I contacted him, and yeah, we just agreed on that we could use that for the film. And yeah, you know the nightmare scene.
Yes.
With the three girls, there's that kind of eerie, like
The one that made me, yeah.
yeah,
That made me
that's
uncomfortable.
you recognize the voice.
I can't say I was too focused on my own emotions, in all honesty. I didn't. Who was it?
No, you know the woman that was singing.
Where? What in?
Me.
What?
Penny was doing that track, even though she was in the scene as well.
Really?
We just recorded her at my friend's studio, Caleb, who I forgot to put in the credits.
Oh no.
Very, very upset with that. Caleb produced a track with Penny, and she just did some visuals, just something like that.
Yeah.
Do it, Penny. Do you want to come and sing? I don't know if you can hear that, but she's
We
singing.
can do that, yeah.
And then he just did his thing, and that was one of the tracks.
It's a really interesting story that probably nobody ever would really know, like what's gone behind it, unless you were here. So that's that's so sick.
Yeah, it makes it more personal and more awesome.
Yeah, 100%. But shout out to that composer as well, because like when I paused it at the start, I was like, this is like good. Like it's like
That's the mood, right?
To like a bit of Hans Zimmer or something. Do you know what I mean? Like it's good. But in terms of obviously choosing the rest of the cast then and the crew, how did you do that? I know you obviously wrote this in mind, you know, of one person and sort of like based it around that, but sort of the rest of the crew and things like that. Was there a particular kind of I need this person, or is it just anybody can, you know, be quite malleable and fit into that role?
I think I thought about everyone, most people before I started writing the character.
Right. Okay.
But like similarly to Paris, I kind of wrote it based off of them, but like exaggerating. Like Saskia, who's crying about her dog.
Yeah.
She's an actress and she's really good at crying. So I was like, perfect.
Lean into that.
Me, he's very like political and very like very powerful, and she works for that one. Chantel's very straight to the point. Like, I like you. You wanna fuck? So like, but they're not all like that. It's like just exaggerating, an exaggerated version of them. And then other people, I remember E-Man. That was like always been in my head. Like I want to put him in a film. He likes the idea of being in films. So that was fun putting him in that little scene.
It was a good scene as well. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Yo.
I didn't know. I forgot you didn't know.
I didn't know anything, mate. Like besides the day, I was like, I've literally no context besides he just laughs weirdly.
Yeah.
That was it.
I think that made it more fun for me to watch your reaction.
Yeah.
A few of the other people, Michael, who's on the park scene, sat on the bench. He's like the weird guy in the nightmare. I found him on Star Now, and he just fit perfectly the role. He had that really good face at the beginning where he's like who's this guy?
Yeah.
And yeah, mate, it was just found the people.
Well, in terms of like filming, then did anything unexpected happen? Have you got like any tales of any funny things that may have happened during filming? Any maybe disasters, or you know what I mean? Didn't quite go to plan, or was it plain
I mean,
sailing?
I wasn't plain sailing, huh? Oh, the lips, yeah. So in the scene where they like mess with his mouth and he
Yeah.
has these, so I thought about getting like makeup artist to do it. We had already gone over. Can you get my phone charger? We already went over budget, so I was like, we can't.
Hmm.
I wanted it to be really good, but if it's really good, you have to pay
Of
really
course, you gotta
lots
pay
of
the
money.
big bucks.
I was like, oh, we're gonna figure this out. And like, I remember stressing about it the day before. I think we were like figuring out the best way to do it, and we just got these plastic kind of, you know, those plasticky things that you string around like a packet of sticks or something to keep it,
I think
and like a
so.
plastic bag, and then it's like, what are they
It's like a
called?
loom band or elastic band.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but like a wire.
Yeah.
Um, we just got a few of them and put some blood on it. I said it probably looked really bad, so I was stressing about that.
I was gonna say like
Like,
the blood effects are quite difficult to do, and I thought it looked quite good. Knowing that
yeah,
you've done that independently as well, I think is even more impressive about it as well. Like,
yeah, it was windy and they kept falling off.
oh no.
But I think because we edited that shot of him, made it a bit dark around here, we like lowered the exposure so then you couldn't really see too much.
Yeah.
But in terms of funny, like, I mean, you were there on the dating scene, that was just fun, and then
Yeah.
like
It was good.
the
That.
park scene when the two crazy laughing people meet each other, that was just hilarious because they were just laughing. Yeah, a lot of giggles. One thing was the wind, the park scene. It was like really, really heavy wind. So you could kind of pick that up on the mics, especially for some reason the long shot of them on the bench. In a way, it worked because when it went further away and it was a long shot, you could hear the wind because you're further away and it sounds windy, so it kind of worked.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was like a nightmare is like, ooh, a bit of wind. Yeah.
I feel like that did flow quite well. Like I did notice the wind, and I was like, because I think I heard you guys talking about the wind sort of on set, and then it's nice how it's, I guess, worked out in that scene as well, especially as you said, being part of that nightmare as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like in terms of like obviously doing lots of takes and stuff, it's always fun to see the hand action and stuff. You obviously do a lot of those over the course of, you know, filming and whatnot. As a director, does something just click inside when you go, that's it, we got it? Or do you just kind of do enough of them and then obviously you can edit them sort of thing, but it like, is there kind of a, like, that's it, that's the perfect one? Or do you just accept that, you know, it's good enough and you can edit it later potentially?
I think at the start of filming, when you're like basically on a high almost because you've got so much time, you can really take your time with that and be like, we've got to get this perfect. And then it's a case of being satisfied, like, this looks really good, I'm happy to move on. But as the day goes on, little things, you know, pop up. I'm going by a bit too quick. A bit like, no, we need to do this in one take. There's like no excuse because people have agreed. I'm either getting paid to be here for this amount of time, or
Yeah.
agreed. You know, a lot of people aren't paid, so I was even more like stressing about time because they're there, giving their time for this project, and I've told them that we're going to wrap here. We have to wrap here. I'm not going to be like, oh, can you stay another few hours? I wouldn't want to do that. But towards the end, it was like, okay, there were probably some shots we did in one take. It's the time that we had.
Yeah. Just for reference though, if you asked me to stay an extra few hours, I would have, because the refreshments that you offered were sensational. So
Oh, that's my parents.
I was gonna
That's
say,
my
you
parents.
know how to
Yeah.
keep people, keep them happy, keep their bellies full.
Yeah.
They'll do anything.
Ruvolo Catering.
As an actor yourself as well, because you have been behind the camera sort of thing, previously in other pieces of work. How's it different actually being that person, in charge of the entire thing? Sort of, does it differ? Do you sometimes want to be like, I want to be in that scene because I know how it's going to be delivered, because this is, you're the director, this is your idea to an extent, right? Like,
Yeah.
how's it different, or is it fine?
There's definitely some things that I've written or like just have an idea of where I'm like, no, that's a character. I'm going to be on screen for that, because it will be like based off of my own emotions or my own experiences. But like, for instance, Don't Do It. The first one that I did was just like a silly thing that I do, like do lick the bowl when I have to finish my meal. I was like, I'm going to play this because this is me. But with this one, there was not. I never thought about playing that character. Like that's for Paris, like someone else, Also, it's quite tiring to do both.
Yeah, I can imagine.
For like they're two separate jobs. Doing both is like you're gonna take some effort out of the other one if you're doing both. On this one, I was like, let me just behind the camera so I can really look at everything and really like be pleased with everything. Yeah, but then obviously I put me and Mel in there as like a little, like you say, Easter egg.
Yeah.
I've always loved Easter eggs in films, especially Disney films. I love the Easter eggs in that, and like video games as well.
Like,
so we did that.
Because you obviously cropped up sort of at the midpoint of it with your previous work, and I was like, oh, like I felt like
if
that
you know,
meme in
if you know,
Leonardo when he's like like, do you know what I mean? Like that's him. That's the guy.
For the people. It's for the
and then, of
fans.
course you're both in it at the end. Were there any other Easter eggs at all that you slipped in there that, like, because I saw there were, like when he's falling asleep, there's obviously some paintings on the background. I don't really know what they were, but did they have anything, or were they just part of the set sort of thing? No.
They were just part of the set. That's right. Was it Mel's and his girlfriend Maria's flat, and they were just up on the wall.
Yeah.
There was another Easter egg little reference, but I don't know if you can see it because it was quite dark. When he lifts up this leaflet that says speed dating, he's in the bar. There's a little Ruvalo Brothers like logo at the bottom.
Oh yes.
The leaflet. I don't know if you can see it because it was quite dark. Yeah, I just cooked that up on Photoshop.
Nice.
Like the day before.
I love seeing little Easter eggs in it. So, in terms of sort of, I guess the movie, right? Were there any scenes that you cut from it, or is everything that you wanted in it?
Definitely some shots that we didn't use, but we used something else instead. In terms of we not use anything. There was one shot we didn't use. Because Mel, DOP, didn't like it.
What does DOP mean for the viewers?
A director of photography.
Thank you.
Oh, man. He didn't like it. But then, like me as a director, I could be like, no, putting that in. I didn't like it. But he convinced me that it was not that good. It was just a shot of Paris walking up like a nice street with a bit of London in the background. It was going to be in there before he gets to his apartment and he's watching TV and he's like laughing and then crying. And he just didn't like it. It was quite rushed. Did it. It was like one of the last shots we did on one of the first days. The first day. And that was it, really. Everything else was in there.
Okay, so it's unlikely that we're going to be getting a Ruvalo Brother extended cut.
No, well, we could do one just with that. With that thing.
How was it working with your brother? Sort of, you've obviously worked together in the past, and he's that scene, for instance. It's interesting to know that he said no, and you're like, let me listen to that. Do you? I don't want to say argue because you're not that type of siblings, but do you ever, have very different ideas, and how do you get to a resolution, let's say?
Oh, we can argue, mate.
Can you?
Yeah. It's funny. I think of one specific memory in my head when I think of me and him arguing. Won't get into that. It's not a therapy session.
Feel free to speak,
But,
mate. We're here listening.
yeah, of course we argue, like, but it's just not very professional or not very efficient to argue on when you're making a film.
Mm.
Obviously, like, working with him is amazing. Both been making films since I was probably like 10 or something. You know? What we love doing. It can be emotional though, because like if he is very passionate about one way of doing something and I want it the complete opposite, and we can literally get to a point where it's like, I don't know, 10 minutes could go by and we're just going yes, no, yes, no. No one's kind of backing down. I don't know if that's ego or it's just like, it's weird because usually we're on the same page. So when it doesn't happen, it's like it gets really like heated and emotional.
I think that's really interesting though, sort of, because a lot of the time you are on the same page, which is good. But then it's like when you're not, I think it's interesting just exploring why are you there and why am I here. Like that's an interesting sort of debate within itself, and then maybe meeting in the middle, or you seeing the light or he seeing the light, for instance. But it's interesting taking the positives from an argument.
A lot of the time we're like both hear each other out. I could be so set on doing it one way, but then he'll be like, this is better. So I'll be like, can you explain why you think that, mate? It's the same with me. And I guess it's just about being in the middle. Probably a good idea.
Yeah. So what's the driver behind this movie? Like, what do you hope people take away from the movie when watching it?
I think, like, similar to what you did, you just felt something. You know? Things like I don't need people to go, oh my god, that was like, he needs to be winning BAFTAs. I don't want that. I just want.
Well, it definitely helps though.
Francesco. Yeah,
it definitely helps. We can start the journey as soon as possible. But I know what you mean. Man of the people.
Yeah, like, that's not what it's about. Yeah, I think I know how I feel when I like a film. I feel like some sort of emotion. I feel scary, or that was so sad, or whatever. So if someone feels something from it, then I think that's the main thing.
Did you have a bit of a deeper cutting question here? Don't have to answer it, but at any point did you get any kind of like self-doubt in the entire process, whether it's like writing the script and being like, oh, I don't know, or whether it's filming and editing? Did any of that kind of creep in? Because I think with anybody creative, there's that the aim, that perfectionism, right? You want it to be right, and it's just interesting to know if you're human. Has that happened? How do you get through that?
I'm trying not to like answer that and scream at you. Because yes, like a lot, like loads. Get our friends laughing at me.
I mean, the thing is,
she sees it all.
Yeah, she's behind the scenes. But that's the thing. Like, to me as a viewer, like I watch it and I go, yeah, that's amazing, right? And it's but us, the consumers, don't know like the shit that goes on behind it and how much you strive and that effort to make it that good. So
yes, I think it's, at the start, you're like on a high. You're like, oh, I've got an idea. I want to make a film out of it. That's great. Then you start writing it. Time goes by, and you're like, okay, it's time to finish writing it now. And you're like, ooh, it's not going to be good though. This isn't going to be good. Blah blah. Then the day, I think I was at my highest in terms of like self-esteem and like feeling confident about it when we filmed it.
Yeah,
it was happening, and we had to get it right because we were on like a time limit. So everything was great. It felt really good. We did this, we did that, on to the next scene. And at the end of the day, the 2 days of shooting, it was like, a hard day of work, and you can relax. And And the editing, that's a bit more like you're seeing it now. This is it coming to life. There are loads of bits that you love, and there are loads of bits that you hate. And then when it comes to releasing it, that's the scariest bit. Because it's scary to receive like criticism
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's a very vulnerable thing to do, like to make something, not just a film, anything, then put it out there
Yeah.
for like anyone to see. But it's just about how you manage that and dealing with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you, mate. Proud of you. It's amazing
Man.
what you do.
Mate.
So we've spoken about that. What else do I wanna ask you? So unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend the red carpet event that you hosted.
Oh yes,
It looked
yeah.
amazing. Somebody decided to premiere on my birthday while I was away. So
Oh, what an
But-
absolute idiot!
But yeah, like talk to me about that then. Obviously setting that up, and because it was an amazing looking venue. Sort of, how do you just reach out to people and say, like, I want to obviously show my movie, sort of thing? Is it that simple?
Yeah, so there's a website called Event. Is it Eventbrite? One of them. Venue Hire or something, where you can just find places all over London or wherever will do like a film screening. But the screening was part of the budget for the film. I wanted it to be somewhere nice,
Yeah.
and we ended up going for the Curzon Cinema in Wimbledon, which was great. We just rented out one of the cinema rooms for, I think it was about an hour, which is like plenty of time because the film's, what is it, 15 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But it gave us time to like do a little Q&A and then do a little bit of networking at the end. So it was great because we had some of the cast came with like friends and family, some of the crew came, friends and family, and some of the people that did the music came. So like everyone was mixing it. It was really good.
Did you have any people that were sort of outside of the project, or almost like randoms as such, come through, and potential,
Yeah.
I don't know, directors or actors?
Yeah, definitely mutuals of mutuals, which was
Right.
really nice to see.
Yeah.
Scary, like, oh, you're coming to watch this film. So that was really cool. Like there was some people, like I say, that work in the music industry. So I got some good contacts there, and there were some film directors or producers or actors. It was great to just meet like-minded people and people that have done pretty cool stuff. So yeah, if we ever do an event again, everyone should come along.
Yeah. In terms of like setting the budget then and things like that, it's obviously it's self-funded, right? Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah, self-funded as well as like some family contributing some money as well. But we didn't do a GoFundMe. Apart from for the screening, we did like a little GoFundMe just to contribute towards that. But for the film's budget, we didn't do a GoFundMe.
Is there, just for like the people watching, is there any way for them, besides obviously watching and supporting the content online, is there any sort of way to help fund future projects or things like that, or is it more so an as and when?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Give us a follow, Rivolo Brothers, on Instagram. We'll put updates on there when we're ready to make another film, and yeah, we might set up a funding page.
Yeah.
But they're also, like you can do fundraisers through BFI and stuff like that if you're lucky enough. I mean, we'd probably look to do as well. But yeah, just follow us and what happens.
Amazing stuff. I've got just a few more questions, and I'll let you go. Conscious it's been quite a lengthy interview. Has the movie been at any festivals? Because you've been away, haven't you? No.
Yes. No, it's
No.
not been in any festivals yet. I've got it up on Film Freeway, which is where you submit all the film festivals. I think like this time I kind of had a little look on which films are accepting submissions and which festivals are accepting submissions, and it's quite quiet at the moment. Maybe the time of year. So I'll just keep looking, and yeah, And like I say on Instagram, I'll put up something if we get accepted. I'll put something on there.
Yeah, like, do people need to vote for the film to help like push it to get like a slot in a festival? Is that how it works, or?
To get in is usually up to the people that work for the
Right.
festival. They just review it, like the board.
Hmm.
But like if it gets into some, then the public can vote.
Yeah. And then what's like one thing that you learnt about like one piece of experience that you're going to carry forward? Because you know, as good as you are now, I'm conscious you're going to be even better on the next film and better, and you know you want to keep elevating. So what's something that you've taken away from this experience that's, you know, definitely been a good learning curve for the next project?
Don't rush time.
Can't
Like
rush
there's
progress.
there's no like reason to do that at all. Obviously, like it could be ridiculous to sit on a film for 10 years. If you've got good people around you, then they'll tell you you're being ridiculous about something, about overthinking something.
Yeah.
But definitely don't ever rush it, because there were elements of this film that I rushed. Now it's like not tainted, but for me it's not as satisfying. It still is satisfying, but it's not as satisfying as it would have been if I just thought about things a bit more, gave it a bit more time. So yeah, don't rush.
Awesome. And then the last question for you, mate. What are the plans for future projects? Have you any little inklings of what you can give us of anything that's sort of starting to make out of the notepads and into maybe like a bit of pre-production? Anything there?
I mean, yeah, me and Mel have been speaking recently, and we definitely want to make another film. But like you say, mate, my notes is just full. It's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess it's about finding one, going, that's the one. Yeah, we're only in May, so I think you might hear or see something before the new year.
Lovely. I mean, are you, in terms of YouTube as well, because before sort of the movies, you were quite active on YouTube making videos there. Is there any comeback to that sort of thing? 'Cause I know that you've done a few like gaming videos as well. So I mean, a lot of people that watch me, sort of, you played Resident Evil 7, so a lot of my fans like Resident Evil, for instance. So is there any desire to get back into that kind of streaming or
I mean,
videos?
I'd make an appearance on your channel if you'd have me. I'd love to do that.
Of course.
I love
of
playing
course.
that, mate. I'd love playing that. Me and Mel actually watched that video the other day.
It was a good video, mate. Like it was class.
Good. Yes, yeah, that's your kind of style as well, so you could appreciate that.
Right up my alley. But yeah, if you're to the people watching live as well, thank you. But if you are looking for more content from Francesco and also his brother Mel, they've got a whole back catalogue on their channel, and it's in the description to watch.
Oh yeah, we got Easter egg reviews. We got the most random things you can think of. But I think we've gone from making those videos to like leading into more just making short films. I think we do want to make more content in general, but maybe it'll be like film related.
Yeah. Did you get like any behind the scenes stuff for?
Yeah, we did. We
like,
did.
Would you ever drop kind of whether it's like a BTS or like a documentary? Because I always find that kind of fly on the wall stuff sometimes more interesting than the actual thing itself. Sort of like if you just put your camera in your room or you're typing at your desk and you're seeing the flow that you're in. I always find that kind of thing an interesting perspective.
That's a good point, and I think we should film more of that on the next one. I think if anything, there might be a bloopers reel. I think that could be quite fun.
Yeah,
because there's definitely a lot of funny takes. Yeah, definitely will film more BTS. That's a good point.
You'd love to see. If there's anybody in the live chat, then if you've got any questions, feel free to shoot. I did see one question pop up from Kat, and she said, were you inspired by the Thriller video, I'm assuming in relation to Michael Jackson's Thriller, for the ending of your film where the girl sort of turns her back and looks at the camera quite scarily, actually? It was
100%. I like that as well. That's quite nice. It wasn't. We filmed two versions of that where she where she doesn't turn around and they just walk off.
Right.
So like he's actually found someone. And it was like a wholesome ending, and even the music was going to be different, which was nice. Mel preferred that ending.
Okay.
But I kind of like made a jury of people and which one they preferred.
Yeah.
And one that got the most votes was the ending that I preferred as well, which is when she turns around as that kind of thriller reference. We used that because I felt like it just opened like. Remember when you said, "Oh, is this going to be like a dream within a dream?"
Yeah.
It's literally like that. Like,
you
is he
don't
still
know.
dreaming, or are these women real? Like, trying to get him because he's got a weird laugh. So I thought that was more interesting.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. If I could have
Yeah.
casted a vote, I would have definitely put it towards that one. Even thinking about it now, mate, I've got that kind of that chill. I can't describe the feeling, but when you get chills and like it kind of stands up. You're like even thinking about it, like just
Yeah.
the actress looking back, I'm like, that's creepy as shit. Like, like
That's so
staring
nice,
intense.
mate. I like
It,
that.
it feels almost like a backhanded compliment, but it's not, because I've obviously felt like I'm feeling that emotion. And I think that's the good thing about, you know, I mean, it would have been a nice ending than walking away happy, but at the same time, seeing the look back is like, oh, like,
Yeah.
there's nothing more than I love when watching a movie when you come away from it a bit unsatisfied, in the sense of
Yeah.
like, you've not got that happy ending, you've almost got like the real person ending sort of thing, or in that case,
Yeah.
is it a dream? We'll never know.
Yeah. The unknown.
Well, you can
Nice,
answer
man.
the question. You've written it. Was it a dream within a dream? Or don't you know?
I know, but no one else can know. No, up to you. Up to you.
That's you, into your own interpretation. And as the live chat said, I guess it leaves the door open for other films within the Ruvelo universe, shall we say?
There you go. Yeah. I like that.
All right, mate, that's everything from me in terms of.
Nice, mate. Thank you so much for doing this.
That's all right, mate. It's been amazing.
There was a voice in my head when I saw your message that went, "You don't want to do that, mate. You don't want to talk about a film that someone has just watched." Because in my head, I went, he's going to be like, "Why on earth did you do this, you fucking stupid idiot?" But obviously not. Because number one, you're a nice person, so you wouldn't do that. Number two, I think you actually liked it.
Yeah, no, I'm being genuine, mate. Like, that's the thing as well. I would tell you if I just watched a piece of doo-doo, like, I would be straight up with you. And I watched it. You saw me laugh. You saw me feel emotions. I felt things. So yeah, it's delivered as your job, mate. So definitely
Good, mate. Well, if you do think of anything, please do message me, because if you did like the film, you'll be thinking about it and whatnot. So like, yeah, let me know any thoughts.
Yeah, amazing stuff. And from what I can see as well, I think the live chat liked it as well. So I feel like you may have gained.
Yeah, live chat. Let me know as well. Oh, I like that. Thank you.
Anyway, make sure you are subscribing to the beautiful Francesco, Ruvelo Brothers on YouTube, Instagram. I think they've got Twitter as well. And is it Letterboxd? Your movies on
Letterboxd, yeah.
Give it 5 stars.
So we're gonna put it on IMDb as well soon. So check that out.
Amazing stuff. Well, thank you for your time, mate, and
Thank you, brother.
And hopefully we'll be working together very soon.
Yes, hopefully see you soon, G.
Love you muchly.
Love you too, mate. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, chat. There we go. Thank you very much to Francesco for taking the time out. I'm conscious that was a good period of time. So yeah, I really appreciate him for taking the time to talk about his new movie. Of course, if you do want to watch it, I will just go back to the screen here. It's on YouTube at the old Ruvelo Brothers, and this is their channel here. Make sure you're dropping a subscription and giving them a follow on Instagram as well. They've got a lot of content. They've worked with some of your favorite creators as well, sort of like Beta Squad, things like that. So they're doing things. And there's a whole bunch of videos that you can watch. And they've got another short film as well called Don't Do It Here. So you watched the film twice. Hey, welcome in, Castromo. Welcome in. Sorry, I need to go through the live chat as well. Sorry, everyone. Chat, did you want me to watch the film again for people that are just tuning in? Should we watch it again? Do apologize if I have missed any of the messages in the live chat. Just say something now, and I'll try to chat to you. You want me to watch it now? We'll watch it again. Yeah, cool. We'll watch it again. It's even more interesting speaking to Frankie, right, and knowing, because one of the things I really liked about this opening was the music that was used, and knowing that he's sort of gone out to a producer from like a mutual friend. One of the girls in this is even like more interesting part of the lore as well. Sorry, chat. What I'll do as well is, let me just bring you back up onto the screen. There we go. This is your third time watching? It's good, right? I'm scanning this more now for just to see what I can see here. This is a really nice shot as well, the blend of colors.
Hello, love.
So again, chat, I said it when I watched it the first time, but this is his lovely mum, and then this is his dad just cleaning glasses in the background as well, which is so wholesome to have your parents in a movie, which is so sick. Alongside your friends, of course.
I have.
Could you sign in?
Sure.
Let's begin.
Alright, so I noticed 2 of the Easter eggs. We're going to have to frame by frame this.
Let's begin.
We're going to have to, frame by frame this, right? But this is the other Easter egg that Francesca was talking about. So just where Paris's left thumb is, you can kind of see their logo there, ever so slightly. So that's like one of the other Easter eggs that I missed, which is pretty cool.
Hello.
Well, hello there.
Hi.
Hey.
So, you got any hobbies?
I really like that as well. I should have picked up on that at the start, but just like the how it's sectioned the screen as well is like a really nice touch. Something that you don't see too often in films as well is sort of like splitting up the screen and having different things. I'm quite a big fan of that, so it's cool to see.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hey.
So,
The 3 splits make you think of a Marvel movie. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the Ruffalo brothers were making their next Marvel things. Give them like 5 to 10 years and they'll be there. Trust me.
you got any hobbies?
Spare me the small talk. Do you like what you see?
Well, I mean, yes. Definitely yes.
What do you think about meat eaters?
They're bad. They're very bad.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, are you all right?
I just feel so empty.
I can fill you up. No, sorry.
Grief is literally the worst thing in the world.
It's not good, is it?
I think you're rather sexy.
Sorry, you're not joking.
Oh no. You're
Chat, there's another Easter egg. Who's that? Who's that?
like a big, hairy mountain that I just want to climb up and sit on all day.
Well, I mean, that can definitely be arranged.
They get depressed.
Depression, yeah.
They feel
Also, chat for context. This is the lovely Penny, Francesco's girlfriend, who we also heard in the back of the interview, and one of the songs that's upcoming as well. A little bit of lore. It's her voice that made the song, which was really cool.
feel misunderstood because they don't even know how they're feeling, and then they try and kill themselves. You know, like it's
Just not the answer.
and then they go, oh well, now I feel better.
Yeah.
You know,
I miss him. I just miss him. I know I shouldn't be here. It's too soon.
Should I go or?
No. It's okay.
Mate, Paris has really fucking nailed this like peak British humor. Like, should I just fuck up? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's the delivery is very good.
Honestly, I'm okay.
And what will you do to me?
Fuck you?
Oh, you cheeky bugger. How about right here, right now?
Isn't that illegal?
Do you want to see a picture of him?
Okay, yeah.
That's him.
That's dog. He's a dog.
That's little Henry.
Ladies first.
Men just before.
do you wanna come back to mine?
Yeah, yes.
Anyway, all that grief has got me so horny. Should we go and have sex?
Yeah. Woof woof.
Again, fucking fantastic. Look at these reactions from our lovely ladies here. Chef's kiss. Just peep my reaction.
What the heck was that?
I just...
Disgusting! Absolutely disgusting!
Just for context as well, in that scene, right, being like behind the scenes as an extra, right? Obviously the camera's here and they've got like all of the microphones sort of like that we can see and whatnot, and we want to hear, you know, the people in the conversation, but it's also like, I think mad respect goes out to all of the extras in like not actual, but like in movies and TV shows. Like, just watch like, I don't know, like The Big Bang Theory, right, while they're eating their lunch and stuff, and there's like hella extras in the background. Like, they're not actually speaking. Like, I would say there's definitely an argument for, obviously actors are sick of what they do, but sort of extras and stuff, it can be quite tough to act without saying anything, because like everyone here is like having very whispered conversations sometimes, and it's like it could be some, like if you're not actually having a conversation, it could be awkward, so you're kind of like whispering to you know, chat to the other person and whatnot. So it's definitely an interesting thing, being an extra, having to make it look like a scene in the background. Like, you wouldn't know that it's basically silent behind, you know, the two people.
Disgusting!
Also, chat, if you are watching, don't forget to drop a like on the stream and make sure you're subscribing to the Ruvalo Brothers, and sort of dropping a like on this video itself and leaving a little comment. So this is the other Easter egg. So this is the first short film that they've made, which is like really just fun to see them adding lore of themselves into the world. I think the use of the cuts have been done like really well as well. Sort of like the just stopping the music, cut, next scene, like just no fucking about. Like I like that. It's good. This scene here as well, where it's like the muffled kind of effect, I think, shout out to them in the editing of it, because like they've obviously blended the sound really well into obviously the actors. I just really like how it's like hello but you can't hear it.
Pardon?
I said it's a lovely day, isn't it?
Yeah, no, yeah. Pretty nice day.
I'll often come here when I have some sort of problem in my life.
Oh, right, yeah. No, that's good, I suppose.
Do you have any sorts of problems? Struggling with something in life?
Yeah, I do actually. I have a lot of relationship problems.
Oh yes, romance. One of the best, most challenging things this world has to offer. But you're young, you'll find someone. Just takes a bit of time and change.
See, that's the problem. There's something I do that I can't change.
Trust me, son. I had the same issue when I was your age. Not to worry. They'll sort that silly laugh of yours.
Sorry, who'll sort... How do you know about the laugh? Right.
Look, chat, it's the Eiffel Tower. They went to France for this. I also didn't ask the question, but that ice cream van driving and going through, right? Like, was that a happy coincidence? Because that just makes this scene, like, even more horrifying in a way. Just that kind of, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that sound. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Frankie and see if that was planned or not. It seems like they could have. I honestly don't know. Maybe they paid him a $5 just to drive and play the music.
Do you know them? Should we leave?
Leave? How could you possibly leave?
Oh, right, nice, yeah.
This actor, the older gentleman, like that, like how could you possibly, like, very good delivery of that line there.
I can't feel my bloody legs.
I hope you find someone special, my friend.
Where are you going? Don't leave me here. Hey, you right, ladies? Hi, yep, just stay right there, please. That's far enough. Yep, if anything, that's too far, please.
It's very Shaun of the Dead, isn't it? Sort of like just that delivery. Like, I think of the scene in Shaun of the Dead where Shaun gets pinned down by the zombie girl at the start and Ed's like, just one moment, hold. With the camera, like, stop.
All right, please, don't get any closer.
So yeah, that was quite a creepy scene, wasn't it, with the hands? And this is in terms of, like, we're talking about the practical effects. So this is like all done by sort of Francesco and the team, and like these cable tie things, I think, is what they managed to use for it to get this effect. And essentially, if you're just joining for context, we've had like an entire interview sort of beforehand with the director. And yeah, this effect was done completely on the day, sort of thing, because they just didn't have any more budget, unfortunately, so they couldn't get like a professional makeup artist to do it. But I think it looks really good still. Like, it's crazy what you can do when you just work things out. But they were saying that it looks like that one there is starting to come off as well. But they were saying, like, the question was like, did anything bad happen during the filming? Like, anything go wrong? And like, this was the thing that was alluded to, because these things kept coming off of Paris's like lips. But also, can we hear this?
Oh, please. All right, please. Don't get any closer.
So I believe this is the song that Penny, Frankie's girlfriend, recorded. And was it Caleb, the person that has the studio? A bit of justice for Caleb, hopefully that's the right person. So they went to his recording studio, and then Penny recorded this with her voice. And she was in the interview earlier on as well, and kind of did a bit of the humming. so this is it. It's a nice shot, this, isn't it? Do you know what I think as well, right? Do you know whenever you're in a dream and there's kind of like an object in a dream, like of Interstellar, it's like the spinner top sort of thing that determines if they're in a dream or not. And this radio was next to the old guy in that previous scene that was a dream. So is this final scene also a dream? Like, we're never gonna know. The only person that knows is Frankie, and he very carefully didn't answer that question when I asked him, so it's open to interpretation, should we say.
And then basically, I woke up and my underwear was on my head. Yeah.
I was gonna say, he answered the questions very well, didn't he? Like, very well. I don't think he's done any interviews before, and he fucking handled it so good, man.
Yeah, kind of funny, isn't it? Yeah.
So these are the two brothers, Ruvalo brothers. Again, another little Easter egg for you.
What's going on, mate?
Hey, also, I actually love Frankie's outfit here as well. Like, I love that little jacket thing that he's got on.
What's going on, mate?
I really like that. I really like that end credits track. That's probably like one of the favorite credits I've ever seen. Just like the sound of it is really good as well. Ruvalo Brothers, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure you follow in. Go over to this actual video. It's linked in the description, right? Go over and like it and leave a comment to show them some support. But an amazing film, gents. We watched it at the start as well. Fantastic film. And I mean, my moral that I've taken away from it, you know, a dream within a dream. It's up to interpretation. Like the ending is kind of like that cliffhanger, but I guess like no matter what, do you know what I mean? Like no matter what your quirk may be or whatever, there's something out there for everybody. So don't give up. don't give up. You know, don't lose hope. There's somebody out there for you. Feed into that delusion. Do you know what I mean? Don't give up. Endings, like, yeah. So that was Kat's question earlier about the ending being a bit like Thriller, and yeah, we had that, and it's very reminiscent of MJ's Thriller, right? He's definitely inspired by it. Chat, I'll be here for a few more minutes, and then I'll wrap up, because this was a very much impromptu live stream today, just to sort of showcase that, because it just debuted today on YouTube, the movie, but it came out in February. They premiered it in cinemas in February, but it's now sort of had its official YouTube release, which is sensational. Welcome in, Aiden, by the way. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we've turned into like a movie review channel. We're just doing a full 360 on gaming. We're just we've pivoted to movies. Yeah, mate, I'm good, buddy. The sun is shining outside. I've had to close the curtains, but the sun is most definitely shining, which is sensational. You're gonna get back to Supernatural. Left it to watch this, the film, halfway done, the season binged. I'm gonna say, I've not watched Supernatural. It's probably one of the shows that I'd probably go to watch because it seems like it's quite good, and I'd be into that. Sun's out, bun's out. Exactly that, buddy. Exactly that. All right then, chat. I'm probably gonna dip, right? Probably gonna dip. Taking up a lot of time today. I need to get some food and stuff, and probably look to go to the gym again. But yeah, I may stream later tonight. I'm not too sure. We'll probably start maybe Devil May Cry 2, or we may do some Resident Evil. I'm not really too sure. But that's aside from that, make sure you're going over to Ruvalo Brothers. The link's in the description of this video to the movie. Drop a like on it, leave a comment, show the support, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's a movie, right? Like anybody can fucking watch it and enjoy it, and it's really good. I'm not even just saying that because he's my dear friend. But yeah, it's on Letterboxd as well, and it's going to be on IMDb soon. So if you've got accounts for those, make sure you're giving it the maximum ratings as possible. And yeah, take it easy, everyone. Once again, thank you to Francesco for taking up his time today to come and give us a fantastic interview. And hopefully, if you're an aspiring movie creator or just anything, I hope you've taken some words of wisdom from him, and can apply it to your own work, and just look out for more of his and his brother's content that'll be coming out soon. But without further ado, everybody, have a lovely day, and if I don't see you later, I'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.